So let's see today's interesting recipe of guacamole. So here I have two medium-sized avocados. Now the outside of the avocado should be really dark, and when you press on it, it should be a little bit soft. Now this is one medium onion chopped, one medium tomato chopped very fine, 1 cup of very finely chopped coriander leaves, some salt to taste, and 1 teaspoon of pepper. This is 3 tablespoons of lime juice. You can adjust it as per your taste, and 2 tablespoons of very finely chopped jalapenos. Now just run a knife, a very sharp knife like this, in the center of on the lengthwise of the avocado, and then just twist it like this, and it opens up really easily. Using your knife, just take off the pip or the seed, and you can see that it's really nice and ripe on the inside. It's really buttery and soft. I'll leave instructions in the description box as to how to choose the avocados. And now just scoop out the flesh using a spoon like this. It comes off very, very easily. Just run your spoon through the edges and then just scoop it out and transfer it to a nice mixing bowl. And you can see that the entire avocado has, the half of it has come off, and in the same way you take off the other one as well. And in this way I'm going to use the 2 avocados. And now using a spoon, you're just going to mash it a bit, or you can also use a fork, which I found much easier. So mash it down completely, and then all we have to do is just add all the ingredients like the lemon juice. Add the lemon juice and mix it in well. So you can adjust the lemon juice as per your taste. And it also helps to retain the green color of the avocado. Then we're going to add the tomatoes. Next we'll go in our chopped onions. Next we're going to add in the jalapenos. Now these are the jalapenos you get, soaked in brine. So this is optional, but it really adds a lovely flavor to this dish. Then you're going to add your pepper powder. Again, you can adjust the pepper powder as per your taste. Next, we're going to add the coriander or the cilantro. And then last but not the least, we're going to flavor it with some salt to taste. And that's all the ingredients. And now all we have to do is just mix it really, really well. So you can have it all by itself, but it tastes great with some nacho chips. So do try out this recipe and let me know how you liked it. Everybody, and welcome back to Akshata's Recipes. Thank you so much for being here today. So today I've come up with my own recipe. So I had a little bit of chicken at home, and I had a little bit of pizza pasta sauce, and I had some herbs, Italian herbs, and some chili flakes. So I thought I could just make something delicious, and the end result was really, really delicious. So I just gave it a name, chicken and pizza pasta sauce. So let's get started with this recipe. It's really delicious, and I say it's a must try. So let's just jump in today's recipe video. So friends, let's see today's lovely recipe of chicken and pizza pasta sauce. Now here I've taken my pan, put on the heat on low to medium, and now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Now you don't need to heat up olive oil. So immediately I'm going to be adding 200 grams of boneless chicken breast, which I've cut into very small, fine pieces. So about half an inch, I've cut them up into small half-inch pieces. They taste better when they're, in very, very small pieces like this. And now we're going to fry the chicken really well for about at least 2 to 3 minutes till it changes its color like this and becomes a more whitish color and it's cooked. Now once the chicken is cooked, I'm going to just transfer the chicken to a bowl. So cut them up, into very, very small pieces. And now again, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to my pan. And I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of very finely chopped garlic. So I used about 10 to 12 cloves of garlic. And now we're going to really fry the garlic nicely and really well in this olive oil. So take your time with the garlic, keep it on a low to medium flame, and fry this for at least half a minute till you get the beautiful aroma of the garlic. So once our garlic is nicely done, I'm going to add 1 medium-sized onion, which again I've chopped very finely. Now fry the onion well too for another half a minute till the onion turns a little bit translucent. This will really flavor the dish and really make it very delicious. So now we're going to add a few more ingredients. So I'm going to start by adding 1 teaspoon of pepper powder, 2 teaspoons of paprika, or you can also use Kashmiri red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of chili flakes. Mix all of this well. Next, I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs, that is Italian seasoning. If you don't have Italian seasoning, you can also use just, plain oregano. Now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of pizza pasta sauce. So you can use the ready-made brand, or if you have a homemade pizza pasta sauce, you can add that too. Mix all of this really well together. And now I'm going to add half a cup of water, because we need to cook the chicken a little bit. And now mix everything really nicely together. Now we got to flavor this with a little bit of salt, because the pizza pasta sauce already has some salt. We're just going to use salt to taste. But don't add too much salt, because the sauce generally has a salt content. And now we're going to mix all of this well together. Now we're going to add our cooked chicken, that is a fried chicken. Mix this in well. And now we're going to cover and cook this for about 5 to 7 minutes on a low to medium flame, stirring in between. Basically, we want this to, thicken up and become a nice, thick kind of a consistency. So just cover it up and cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes, stirring in between. And now you can see how the whole sauce has thickened up. And the aroma in my kitchen is just fabulous. And I can't wait to dig in. And now all I'm going to do is just add some coriander leaves, which I've chopped up, which is cilantro. And that's it, guys. The dish is all ready to enjoy. Wasn't that really a delicious recipe? Didn't it look really delicious? So you can have this, I like to make it into rolls. So I just take a chapati, or a tortilla as you call it, put this filling inside and roll it up, and it tastes amazing. And it also goes really well with some soft pav or buns. What you can also do is make it into a hot dog. So you just take a hot dog, cut it up, and apply a little bit of butter or a little bit of cheese spread and add this to it, and it is amazing. So try this recipe. Like you see, it's got very simple ingredients, very few ingredients, stuff that we generally have at home. So give this recipe a try and let me know in the comment section how it turned out and how you like it. And I have a similar kind of recipe in which I've used salami. So I just had salami at home and I didn't know what to prepare. So I did something like this only with the salami, and even that turned out really amazing. So you can make this with salami, you can make this with sausages or with chicken like I did. What I did is I took the chicken and I cut it up into really thin, small pieces and then made the recipe. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button that you see below the video, a thumbs up icon. I need those thumbs ups. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And once you have subscribed, do click the notification bell and click on all. That way, whenever I put up a video, you'll get a message that Akshita's Recipes has put up this recipe. So you won't miss out anything happening on my channel. So guys, take care of yourselves and thank you so much again. And I'll catch you soon. Bye. So friends, let's start with today's delicious as well as healthy waffles recipe. Now for the waffles, I've taken about 2 cups of whole wheat flour. You can also use plain flour. This is 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, a little salt to taste, 2 eggs which I've just beaten up well, 2 cups of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, a large bowl, and of course a waffle maker. These are easily available on Amazon and they're not very pricey either. Now I'm going to mix all the dry ingredients into the large bowl and I'm going to whisk it really well. And I'm going to mix the wet ingredients in the bowl in which I have beaten up the eggs. Now you can substitute the butter with some clarified butter or ghee. So I'm going to mix in all of the wet ingredients really well. And now I'm going to add the wet ingredients a little at a time to the dry ingredients. And again, we're going to whisk this really to a very, really well to a very smooth batter. There shouldn't be any lumps in the batter. So whisk this really well. Now we're going to set this batter aside for about 10 minutes. It should be really nice and thick like a pancake batter. Now every waffle maker is different, so read the instructions as to how you need to preheat the waffle maker. Now I'm just going to lightly brush this with some butter. Like I said, you can substitute the butter for clarified butter or ghee or even olive oil. And I'm going to put a ladle full of the batter into the waffle maker. Close up the waffle maker and as per the instructions, cook the waffles on one side till they're nice and golden brown. Then I'm going to brush it again with a little bit of butter on the top, turn it over and again, cook it on the other side till they're nice and golden brown. Now once they're done, I'm going to take them out and put them on my plate and put in the next batch, depending on how many waffles you want to make. And then I'm just going to drizzle some lovely maple syrup. You can also use some pancake syrup. Top them with some lovely sliced bananas or strawberries or whatever fruits you have in your kitchen. And I'm going to sprinkle it with some choco chips which I have at hand and some frozen berries. And there you have a lovely breakfast or a lovely snack ready. So I hope you try out this recipe, guys. It's super delicious and really very easy. So let's see how to make this ragda. It's very simple. Now here I've taken 1 cup of this white vatana, washed it well under water thrice, and then I'm going to soak this in about 2 to 3 cups of water for about 6 to 7 hours. So just cover and keep it and set it aside for 6 to 7 hours so that it nicely gets soaked up in the water. Now after 6 to 7 hours, we're going to pressure cook this for 1 whistle on high and then we're going to simmer it on a low flame for 15 minutes till it's nice and soft. Then let the pressure cooker completely cool down and then you're just going to mash the vatanas and it's very easy to mash it because it's really soaked well and it's cooked well. So then just use a pav bhaji masher or a potato masher and just mash it up. Don't mash the entire thing but keep a little bit of it, a little bit of the vatanas like this. And now I'm just going to heat up the mixture again and just add a little bit of salt and mix everything together. Cook it for about 5 minutes and your ragda is all ready. So wasn't that really simple? Now some people do add a little bit of turmeric powder for the color, but I just like to add plain salt. Now let's move on to see how we're going to make the pattises. This is also super simple. So here I've taken about 5 to 6 potatoes, medium-sized potatoes, from which I got 13 pattises, which is fine for a family of 4. Wash it well and then pressure cook it on 1 whistle on high and simmer for 10 minutes. Once the pressure cooker is nice and cool, just see whether the potatoes are cool, take them out and just set them aside. Now once you're able to handle them, just peel them. And then just mash the potatoes really well. Now I'm just going to add some salt and again mash this really well. Now we're going to flavor it with some other seasonings. So here I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cumin powder or jeera powder, 2 teaspoons of coriander powder or dhania, just about half a teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, a little bit of chaat masala, about a teaspoon or so. And just mix all of this really well together. Now I'll leave the links to all the masalas, how I grind the coriander powder at home and cumin powder, how I make my garam masala. So you'll find all of that in the description box below. Now we're just going to add about 4 tablespoons of corn flour. This helps to bind the patties really well. You can also substitute it with some rice flour if you don't have corn flour at hand. And now we're going to use our hands. So before that, we're just going to add a little bit of coriander, freshly chopped dhania or coriander leaves. And now we're going to mix all of this really, really well. So this corn flour helps to bind the entire mixture together so that your mixture, can form nice patties and they don't break. Now I'm just going to wet my hands with some cold water, and that makes it easier to form these patties. So just form the patties and flatten them a bit. So like I said, from the amount, I used about 5 or 6 medium-sized potatoes. I got 13 patties. Now I'm just going to heat about 2 tablespoons of oil. I like to use this flat dosa tawa. It's easier to, make the patties. And then you're just going to shallow fry them till they're nice and golden brown on both sides. This gets ready really quickly. So you can always prepare this mixture a day ahead. Prepare all the chutneys and keep, ahead. I'll leave a link to how I prepare my green chutney in the description box below, how I prepare my tamarind chutney. So you can go and check out all the recipes. They're really, really simple. And you can prepare the ragda also and keep a little ahead of time. And then all you have to do is just assemble everything. All you require is some shave and some chopped up onions and some coriander for garnish. Like you will see, I'm going to show you at the end of the video how to assemble it. So this is how your ragda, the patties should look. Nice and golden brown in color. So you can just leave them, when you're ready to serve, just leave them on a medium or low heat on the tawa. So that way they're nice and hot. So now I'm going to show you how I assemble this lovely and delicious chaat, which is ragda patties. So now first I either use a flat plate or a kind of a flattish bowl. I start by putting the ragda at the base. Then I'm going to place the patties, preferably 2. Then we're going to apply this green chutney. Then we're going to go with the sweet tamarind and khajur chutney. Then I'm going to sprinkle some very finely chopped onion, some very fine shave, and then some coriander. And that's it, guys. This lovely ragda patties is all ready and it's so very delicious. Do give it a try. I just thought I'd pop in and let you know about my Amazon storefront. Go and check it out. The link is down in the description box below. It's products that I generally buy on Amazon or I would recommend with regard to best prices and good quality. So go and check out the link. So let's see the China grass recipe. Now here I have a packet of instant China grass powder, about 100 grams. You can use any brand. This is the vanilla flavor. And this is half a liter of milk. That is 500 ml. Now I'm going to boil this milk on a low to medium flame. And once the milk starts to boil, you're going to add this China grass powder and you're going to mix it really well till all of the powder dissolves in the milk. This should take you about 5 minutes and you will, the milk starts to thicken almost instantly. So keep stirring till everything dissolves. And after that, just pour them into small bowls like this. Or if you want, you can put it into one big bowl. And now we just have to refrigerate this for 10 minutes. So this is a real good recipe if you know you have a surprise guest, or you just want to make something really quick, and it's all ready. Now all you have to do is just garnish it with some chopped up nuts. Now I'm using chopped up almonds, and you can keep it in the refrigerator, and you know when you're ready to serve it, just serve it. It's so delicious and it gets ready so quickly. Now first we are going to make the paneer. So I've taken 1 liter of milk. I've added 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and I've just let the milk split like this. Then we're going to just strain this into a muslin cloth, and we're going to put a heavy weight on it. Now don't throw out this way. You can use it to, make your chapati dough. Now after an hour and a half or 2 to 3 hours, when the paneer has finally set, we're going to take a large plate and we are going to crumble up the paneer. And then we're going to knead the paneer for at least 5 to 10 minutes till it becomes very, very soft. Then we're going to divide this into about 6 balls, and we're going to roll them out very, very carefully and shape them into these kind of squares. Ensure that there are no cracks in them. Now I've got 6 Malai sandwiches with 1 liter of milk. So if you want more, then you can go with 2 liters or 3 liters. Now once these are ready, we're going to make our sugar syrup. So we're just taking 4 cups of water and 1 cup of sugar. We don't have to make a thick sugar syrup. We just have to bring this water to a boil, and then we're just going to let these paneer squares go into this sugar syrup. Just turn them in between, and then we're just going to let this sit on a very low flame for about 10 minutes in this sugar syrup. And then you're going to turn off the gas flame and let this sugar syrup completely cool for an hour and an hour and a half. Now we're going to make the filling that comes in between the sandwich. So I've taken about 4 teaspoons of ghee or clarified butter in a pan. Now here I've prepared 1/3 cup of milk with some saffron strands in it and let it sit for about 20 minutes till you get this beautiful color. So you have to take some hot milk. Then there's some milk powder and some powdered sugar. There's 3/4 cup of milk powder and 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. Now I'm just going to put this saffron milk into the ghee. I'm going to add my powdered sugar, and I'm going to just whisk it well. Then I'm going to add a little of the milk powder at a time and keep whisking it so we get a nice smooth consistency. And then we're just going to stir this paste for about 2 to 3 minutes till it thickens up like this and starts leaving the sides of the pan. And then you're just going to transfer this into a bowl. Now I've taken out the paneer pieces and I've just strained it for, so that any excess water can be taken out. This is our filling. Now we're just going to cut the paneer slices into 2 halves. Now they have doubled up in size because they've been in the sugar syrup for very long. So cut them with a very sharp knife, just in between like this. Use a very, very sharp knife and cut them into 2 halves. And then you're just going to apply this filling that we have prepared. Let the filling cool to room temperature before you apply it. Don't apply it hot. And that's how we make the sandwiches. And then for decorating them, I've just used a few strands of saffron. You can put some silver work on it, or you can put even some chopped up pistas. You can do anything you like to make it look beautiful. But even the simple saffron strands just made it look really beautiful. And friends, you have to chill this for a while before eating it in the refrigerator. And believe me, when you put them into your mouth, they're just going to melt with all that lovely sugar syrup that it's soaked up and the lovely flavor of the filling. It's really heavenly and divine.